Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Al-Risala Academy. Today, I would like to welcome you to our second Annual Multicultural Day. During this event, we will journey through 7 different cultures. Each grade was assigned a country which they researched and presented through displays. Islam teaches us that no race is better than another except with their piety, meaning how close they are to God and how decent they are to their peers and to the environment. As Canadians, and I quote Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Canada is strong not in spite of our differences, but precisely because of them. Let's see today which grade presented their country the best.
My name is Hala. I'm a Montessori kindergarten teacher in Al-Risala Academy. As a Montessori teacher, we work with our kids. We told them about the country we were presenting. It was Lebanon, and at the same time, they learned more about the food, about the culture in this country, about the clothing, about a lot of stuff. And the way they helped me with, we did the flag of the country. Through a small piece of paper. They help me cutting the papers, they help me pasting the papers, and they learn about the flag of this country at the same time. Other things they did with me is we decorated walls to make it as a cave of this very famous cave in Lebanon. It's called Jaita, and we made it on the walls to make it a real cave to show. And the kids, of course, they enjoyed it. They felt like they are going inside the cave and they were playing inside it. And after that, we posted all the pictures, all the posters we did with the kids. The kids also did their work with their parents. Even the special hat the woman wears there and the man. So it was beautiful to put it. And a lot of people, when they came to see it, they were using those to take a picture with. They put it on and it became a beautiful picture to stand inside the cave with this kind of hats.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nafisa Barmal and I work at Al-Risala Academy, which is an Islamic school affiliated with the Ontario curriculum. I work as an elementary teacher handling combined grade 1s and 2s. Well, our class grade 1s and 2s were representing UAE, and it was really very exciting for the kids. You should have seen the amount of thrill they were having, and the enjoyment, the excitement. It was really overwhelming. Our class was great as they presented lots of remarkable projects. Then we had a kind of a performance space to the UAE national song, the dance which they have.
My name is Yasin in grade 2 from Al-Risala, and our project is United Arab Emirates. UAE used to be a desert, and they lived in tents, and whenever they needed to eat, they would eat the dates from the trees, and whenever they needed to travel, they would travel by using camels. But over the years, UAE grew into a modern city, and the tallest buildings are Burj Al Arab, Burj Al Khalifa, and the Emirate Towers.
Hello, my name is Tamima Yusuf from Al-Risala Academy, and I am from grade 4. Today I will be talking about the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal was built by the Mughal emperor named Shah Jahan built it to house the tomb of his wife. She died when she was giving birth to her 14th child. The Taj Mahal was built with white marble and the decorations were built with semi-precious stones. The tomb that you could see is decorated, but the coffins are empty and have nice decorations on them. The real tomb and coffins that Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal bodies were in are actually under the Taj Mahal. The outside has lots of beautiful grass and has trees covering all over it. The water is clear and beautiful with fountains rising from it.
Masjid al-Aqsa is where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ led the salah with all the prophets starting from Adam alayhi salam to Isa alayhi salam. There are 40 hadiths related to Masjid al-Aqsa. That is the main prayer hall of Masjid al-Aqsa. Masjid al-Aqsa is one of the oldest masjids in the world. Masjid al-Aqsa is very near Qubbat al-Sakhra. These walls represent Masjid al-Aqsa.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Shayma from Al-Risala Academy, and today I'll be presenting to you about the Dome of the Rock, Qubbat al-Sakhra. Qubbat al-Sakhra was built by Abdul Malik ibn Marwan in 688 CE. He built this masjid so he could remember and protect the sacred rock from the journey of the Prophet ﷺ in Al-Isra and Mi'raj. Inside Qubbat al-Sakhra, there's a small cave for worship. And the small mihrab on the left shows the direction of the Qibla. And you could see the sacred rock from above and a fence surrounding it. And if you look closely, you could see metal poles protecting it so it doesn't fall down by the will of Allah and breaks the masjid. And the inside of the masjid has lots of beautiful designs with gold, and it has some ayahs from Surah Yasin, which is known as the heart of the Quran. The beautiful interior and exterior is filled with marble and mosaics metal plaques.
Sadly, because of the war between the Israelis and Palestinians, the Israelis are not letting the Palestinians enter Qubbat al-Sakhra and Masjid al-Aqsa for worship, but the Palestinians will still continue to protect the house of Allah and free it from invaders.
Assalamu alaikum. Let me share some information and facts about Afghanistan with you all. Afghanistan is located in South Asia. It is a landlocked country and surrounded by land on all sides.
The population of Afghanistan is about 35 million. The official language is Dari and Pashto.
The capital of Afghanistan is Kabul. Their national animals are the snow leopard and golden eagle.
The emblem of Afghanistan is originally created by an Afghan master artist Brizehla in the time of King Amno.
Some of the famous places in Afghanistan are Mazar-e-Sharif and Butas of Bamia.
The highest peak of Afghanistan is Nushar.
The currency of Afghanistan is called Afghani. $1 Canadian equals to about 54 Afghani. That was just a brief glimpse about Afghanistan. This wonderful country has vast history and heritage of its own. But due to shortage of time, we will end it here. You can gather more information at kidsnationalgeographic.com.
In addition to the displays that were up about the countries, we also had in cotton candy and popcorn and some major bouncy castles and extravaganza of fun and culture.
In 605 BC, in Iraq, Babylon, there was a king named Nebuchadnezzar. He married a princess from another kingdom, which was very mountainous, beautiful, and rich in green. When the princess moved where the king lived, she noticed it was very dull and plain. There was no green, so she got very depressed and sad. The king realized it and made her a beautiful castle called Babylon Garden, or the Hanging Garden. From every balcony, you can see the beautiful greens and flowers and waters there is. It was actually one of the 7 wonders in the world. If I remember correctly, it was about 80 feet tall. Unfortunately, it got destroyed by an earthquake. Today there are still remains, but this beautiful garden will always flourish in the hearts of those long ago.
My name is Saud, I am in grade 7 and I'll be talking about the Sudanese culture. Their music is between pop and rock. Their clothing for women is like a fancy thobe, it's called a shander. A hijab for men is a thobe and a fancy type of hat, and some sandals for their marriage. Most of the time the bride and the groom don't know any personalities, their name, their age, and they meet on the wedding day. Al-Risala Mosque is one of the most famous mosques in Sudan. In 2008, over 2 million people have visited it, and Al-Risala is the second largest city in Sudan. In Sudan, the climate is very hot. For that reason, they had to move out of their houses into tents. The pyramids in Sudan, they were built in 10,000 BCE. There are 350 pyramids in Sudan. It took them 3,000 years to build.
My name is Muhammad Taham. I am a grade 8 student here at Al-Risala Academy. For our multicultural fair, I had made the Bosphorus Bridge. It spans across 1,560 meters long and it is 33.5 meters wide. It's 64 meters above water and it connects Europe and Asia.
Bosphorus Bridge was initially made for trading between Europe and Asia because it was hard for people to trade, so they made a pontoon bridge which was temporary. It was difficult for them to carry heavy materials upon the bridge. They requested for the emperor to give them permission to make the bridge. The emperor granted their request in 1857, which then made it much easier for people to start building the Bosphorus Bridge. The bridge finished building in 1891. After the bridge was built, it was much easier for people to transport goods from Europe to Asia.
Long ago, some Turkish people lived in the mountain. They dug tunnels and that was their entire dominion. But after a while, other Turkish people started finding out about it and started raiding their houses. So they started digging underground where they lived for a long time. It is actually 7 levels deep, filled with underground tunnels. And you can actually go today and visit it. The mountains are called Cappadocia. Since crops need sunlight to grow, they would grow their crops near the entrance of the underground city. And whenever they needed to gather their crops or water the plants, they would move a huge boulder that covered the entrance and go get their crops and then come back inside.
And we had 2 major projects. We divided the class up into 2 halves. One, we worked on the new mosque in Istanbul, and the other we were working on a mosaic, which is a traditional art form. And students chose an image of a mosque that was a traditional art image, but we changed it a little bit to modernize the image, kind of creating a black and white tiled effect, and adding in some non-traditional colors into that as well, just to change things a little bit.
We came to the multicultural event at Al-Risala. They did a really excellent job. involving the parents with the kids. It was not a school project, it was actually an event that we all enjoyed as a family, as one really, really big multicultural family. This was the most important thing that helped us. The day that we came in, it showed that love, you wanted to do something for everybody. My parents actually attended the event. My brother, even though his kids don't go to the school, we all attended the event for the entire day. And the food was awesome. They had a lot of fun. Every kid enjoyed. All the kids loved it. All the parents loved it. And I'm proud to be a part of this family.
It was sort of a beautiful mini trip to those countries without buying a ticket or without actually visiting and seeing them. One of the very interesting things that I came across was this country we hear all the time, and we hear in the news for, since I've probably grown up in my childhood all about war and what was happening and the conflicts, and there's nothing but bad news. And here students presented the greatness of that country and the cultural aspects, its food variety, its development, its education, and every variety of things, and how the country is so much to see and so much to appreciate than all those negatives that have been coming up from the last 20, 30 years about Afghanistan. You come out with that with a different thought or different thinking than what you knew about Afghanistan before, after seeing that. This was a mini World Expo type of thing. I mean, it was elementary students who came up and built some of those information. In some cases, the structures of what located in those countries, like Taj Mahal or the Blue Mosque in Turkey or other great structures in the Emirates, actually built it from basic materials that you can find from local stores. And those structures, when you come and see in the exhibition, it was like vivid life type of structure that you see in those countries. In the future, inshallah, it may even become something that the schools can compete against, at least in the private schools or Islamic schools, and see which students or which groups are actually displaying and showing the Canadians as large and students and all that what actually lies in those countries, other than what these people are accustomed to hearing about all the time.
I'd like to thank all the teachers, the principal, and all the administrative staff of Al-Risala for organizing such a beautiful event, and maybe we should do something like this all around the year.
Finally, a special thank you to all the parents, students, and teachers for making this event such a memorable one. Inshallah, in April, we look forward to seeing all of you again during our science fair, where students will portray their scientific learning. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.